Okay, so we're on to episode 3, guys. We're gonna see what this one is about. So let's just get into it.
You are listening to The Failures, Album 22, Side A.
Hyde confirmed as a must-see when the two planned their honeymoon and waited for Avery's divorce to finalize. Had
Oh,
they stayed within the realities of their budget in Ontario.
oh, damn.
Lover,
Where are you?
where are any of us, really?
Is that him? Oh, give me that. Hey,
Justin Bieber. I got 40 fucking people here with their hands up their asses.
Did you misplace something there?
I'm done chasing you, bust to coffin. I saved your life. You owe me.
Perhaps. I do.
I do.
we'll be ahead.
Mounted above a coven toilet if it weren't for me.
Transformational trauma
It's
down.
with Sophia again.
Nurtured, nudged in San Francisco towards a career of distinction and moderate fame.
After the can, Chief. Sorry.
Murdered and reborn July 18th, 2022 by the gremlin Armand.
The
He
Gremlin.
led a brief, incidental life as a... Okay. Is that on your lip, Yada?
Okay, we're going to be using a new camera today. It's called an Interatron.
This
I'll
is
be
such a
sitting here,
good
but you'll see
comedy,
my
can I tell
face
you?
In the camera. We will be like we're
And I bunk it down with my cookies and trauma lagina.
exactly my thinking. So let's run with this. Let's dig into these songs and see what we get. You have a song, Long Face. The lyrics are ooh, 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 wah-ah, ooh, 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 wah-ah. What's the story behind that?
Long Face is an agreement between myself and the audience. Permission disguised as anthem.
Oh yeah, we're coming. Yeah, yeah, we're coming. Oh yeah, I'm coming.
Uh-oh. She's laughing.
I'm an actor in my makeup. I'll get fatter if and when we break up. Performative vampire, and at the end they get the real thing.
Black licorice.
Structure and ritual. Judged and drained, thrilled and shameless.
Shit about you now, flatlining 1,000 capacity venues.
Let's take a look.
Uh-oh.
You're confused about the pursuit, then. It is not about asses on seats or streams on Pandora. It is about pure expression.
Uh-oh.
Raphael's Three Graces.
He's
Brancusi's
pissing him
Bird
off.
in Space. Calvino's Invisible
Ooh, ooh, wah,
Cities.
wah.
I'm the vampire Louis de Pointelac. Undone by your relentless questionings, Mr. Malloy.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant acting, I'm telling you. Oh, he is ready. He got the Glock, guys. Wow.
I'm looking for killer. You're not killer. Okay. Oh, there you go.
Well, this is what he's been doing on his free time. Mr. I own a hotel and casinos. Motherfucker is just run on place with a fucking knife. With a machete. What? What the fuck? Are they draining people down here? Yeah, they're just using them as banks.
Everyone always repeats the number when I say it.
What happened at age 9?
Oh
I was
shit.
taken to see witches being burned at a stake.
Okay. Tell me about that.
It's what moms did with kids before Lego and Peppa Pig. Looking back on it now, his whole body leaned into the music.
Had I the ear I have now, I would have found it pedestrian.
He's been
But I was an ape
serenaded
from
by the
above,
violin.
and it sounded like a god machine, played by an angel.
Lestat. De Lyoncourt.
Non. De Valois.
Turned on your title. Wearing pantaloons.
This is his first love, guys.
Trying to fit in.
In a wolf-like cloak, eh?
He gave it to me before I left. And your address on the Rue de
Montmorency.
Oh,
I
he's
haven't
still
lived there for 6
stuck.
months. My father's allowance barely covers the cost of my music instruction.
You play beautifully.
I play like a tailor's son.
And then we fuck. Alright, stop
Did he say
eye
anything
fucking each
else?
other, guys, please.
My dad.
Okay, so he knows him from a little.
He said, tell him I love him, and that I'm proud of him. He said help him to be a man. But he said it without the stammer.
Are you gonna teach me to be a man? Lestat de Valois.
Yeah, sure. He teached him,
It
alright.
goes where you think it goes. All the old tropes and trapes of tortured and forbidden love, blah, blah, blah. Louis was not there when Magnus abducted me.
But he was there in New Orleans when you recounted it.
And I was not there in Dubai to correct his faulty recall.
Okay, this is him after. Now.
You really caught my eye. I think you're something special, babe.
That's Magnus?
I think we got real potential, babe. And I wanna be your crescendo, babe.
What the fuck?
Don't let me catch you cry.
So Magnus is
Don't tell me the spell is breaking.
is a obsessive,
So perfect in that raging light.
crazy vampire. Got it.
Look at sometimes, but I'm here for the taking.
What the fuck?
I wanna give you everything I got. I know you're stubborn, but you have to ask for it. I can tell you everything I know.
Wow. This is great.
My wig.
Delirium took you. I've been your nursemaid, you've been dull company.
You did it.
A rush.
The battening is typhoid. Also the doctor you slept through said.
Our favorite game. You lie. And I believe you. Mexico! Gone out of the window! So nothing unnatural happened! You returned, wearing silk breeches.
God, yeah, it's a patron.
Lies on lies on lies. Sudden vanishings. Your changed
So
eyes.
he has a sickness?
Oh, and your mother. Admits it.
Do you want me to murder
I
you?
want you to love me enough to give it to me!
So he doesn't change. Okay, so he's sick. Alright, is this what happening? He doesn't want to change him.
You cannot do it.
Aim for his fledgling.
Take him aside. You're the actor manager. Manage.
You're his maker. Make him.
Is there an evil older than you? Your maker, Marius.
My maker is dead. I've told you that already.
Just check.
I give you the theater of the vampires! The greatest spectacle of the boulevard!
So he did make him.
He was dramatic as a mortal. He'll find his way.
No, he won't.
I believe you.
Okay, so he did turn him.
There's not room enough in this box for your desperation.
Okay, so he also had a
anyone
thing
seen
for
the
him.
letter?
You don't need a letter opener, Nikki. We don't get any
We want
letters.
to talk about your recent work in the theater, Nicolas.
He's not in the chamber pot. I left it there a week ago. You don't like my music, Maître. Well, it's not me. It's my hands, but I don't have my letter opener. I think the music will improve once I find the letter opener.
We think you should take some time away from the theater, Nikki.
Nikki is not doing very well as a vampire.
To decide this in the wings, huh? Oh, the box. The Place Dauphine. Last Sunday, the Hotel de Ville, and the Feast of Assumption, and the night after. Stop! Look at me! Look at me! I left it here. I left it here.
As I warned, his mind is curdled.
A letter from your mother. How dare you
Oh,
open
so
up
he's
my letter,
bipolar.
rebound it and shouted. I was trying to make the opener happy. I was trying to give it purpose. Stop, Nikki! No!
That's sad. So that's why he's saying that he's bipolar.
I wish to serve the god of the dark wood like the rest. Forgive me. My hands are much older than the rest of me.
Yeah, you shouldn't have turned him. Does he amplify his situation?
Gabriella went to coffin.
Oh, so they planned it.
I remember the light.
Because I remember this scene. Because I was wondering, I was like, how did they, you know?
Reflecting golden onto his face. And his bare arms.
So Armand was the one that did it.
But I watched.
For Tiki Bar in Parkdale.
Rain check, Sophia.
Well, that took forever, right? All right, run it back.
He's like,
what,
all right,
I
finally
don't know,
got
4
peace.
Been trying
Ooh.
to crack those cheeks for 2 months. Vampires, we're just like you. Okay, let's see what we got here.
Did he ruin it? Get the fuck out of here.
What?
There's no way he's gonna make you record all of that.
Where's the part where he talks about transforming Nikki?
You forgot who you're dealing with.
What? He just blood tears. Did no one see that?
A mean-spirited telepathic prank. The
Yeah.
price paid for amusing my muses. It brought poor Dan to his knees and seeded a hate for me inside him, there to be watered in the sunlight
Yeah,
later.
he told him. He didn't tell
But what
anybody
can I
else.
say? Serving cunt has its consequences.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Is that Bruce? I'm wondering if this is how he lost his leg.
I got you.
That Louis lost his leg. That's who she got married to?
I don't think it works like that for us no more, but we can give it a try.
Oh my god, this is what's her name? That girl at the beginning.
What the fuck did you do to my husband?
Took out his back, his vertebrae.
Armand told the truth? You want to tell me what that is?
Oh, shit. Oh, my baby Jinx is baby.
Shut up, Bruce.
You call me Bruce?
Yeah, he knows you, motherfucker. I thought he was dead. I guess he wasn't dead.
With a hint of cowardice.
Oh, he's in mine.
Same face, same smell. No hope for you, Father Max.
Bruce walked back from the fire, leaned down
This is
over
sad.
me. Nothing.
That's
You
so
know the
terrible.
stupidest of all, dear diary? I thought I was the thing lurking in the shadows. I thought I was
No, it's just dark. It's just the demon of men.
The following night to another feverishly modest audience.
Oh my god, that
I
scared
couldn't
me.
pretend anymore that we were a Ticketmaster must-have.
You can't drink away.
That was very brilliantly done, you know. The combining of the scenes between the both of them about their stories. Sam's Reed's vocals amazing. I don't know if you had practice, but I'm very like amazed, you know.
Safe. Safe. Nearly home. You get what you wanted out there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can't scream.
So they're more than friends. Those vocals. I really like this song. This is a really nice one.
Hi, you okay? Or can I get you anything else?
I'm good, thank you, Regina.
Aww. Oh, what such a good cameo. He must have so much fun playing the scene, you know, because you get to sing, learn a different language.
So they're out there,
you know,
killing it every
crazy.
night, and I'm following them. You know.
I'll share.
Oh my God.
Hello?
Not him. It's him.
My name is Arun.
Oh, he go by his real name now.
Hello, Arun. And I am an addict.
Oh dear. That is not.
Listen to tracks from the
That's not what I wanted. That's very concerning. This is so creepy. When Magnus is just singing this down.
Of how Lestat wants to portray his transformation.
Interested to see how they were going to revisit the theatre. Je t'aime. Je t'aime aussi. This is basically a revisit of
Oh,
Armand's
yeah.
story to Daniel in episode 3 of
forgot.
season 2, but now it's through Lestat's eyes,
Lestat's
which
eyes is-
arguably is maybe the more truthful version. I love you, Lestat.
Armand was in love with him.
And there's also
you know,
the
I
dynamic
forgot
of
that
Gabriella.
a lot of the
she's not
story
like
is
Armand.
being retold through Lestat's eyes.
He drinks from.
Do you think I am the only one with disdain for his fledgling? Armand is like the consummate third wheel in every situation. Louis and Lestat, Armand. Gabriella and Lestat, Armand. And
I think he realizes almost immediately that it can't bring her back. It can't undo the pain.
Hi, you okay? Or can I get you anything else?
I'm good, thank you, Regina.
I feel like isn't that her real name? The actress, her real name is Regina. I really think that's really sweet, and they use her real accent too, cause she's British, right? All right. So honestly, like this episode just really wow. Like watching the backstage passes really helped, just because I feel like a lot of times it's like you get so enthralled into the episode that sometimes there are like a small pieces that you miss. So watching the backstage passes really helped to just kind of like pull you back and just be like, okay, this is, oh my God, that this happened. Like, oh my God, this happened. Like, I forgot it happened, or oh wait, I missed something. And this episode, I mean, wow, like it's slowly getting more and more like, yeah, it started off high campy, comedic, and still have that element there because lend itself to the darkness of what is Lestat's character, you know. So because it's such a dark theme and there's so much dark elements in his life and just situations that happen in his life that you really can you really get lost a little bit in the terms of, yeah, it's so campy and it's so um comedic elements that you forget sometimes that like this shit really hit the fan, you know? And I thought this episode was amazing so far. Like the first episodes were great and I do enjoy them, but this episode I really am a sucker for like dark drama kind of thing, like things that lend itself to just like raw acting. So that whole scene with the interview and they're like talking about like what happened in his life and you know, just basically his situation with Magnus, and then the fact that it turns out that I think, like for me personally, I guess Magnus is actually still alive, or if that was just like a metaphor for Magnus like going back into the corners of his mind, right? That's what I don't really know, but in some sense, like the show kind of lends itself to a lot of times with um reading between the lines, so to speak. And I thought that was just really brilliant. So it's just one of those things too where that scene with between um Louis and Bruce, and he was talking about what happened to Claudia, and you know, as a woman, you you understand certain kind of violence, even if it's maybe you never have the extent, and forbid that you have to ever experience that. And I'm, you know, but as somebody who's a survivor or, you know, have some kind of like been touched by this type of violence, I mean, the way how they did that scene was so raw to me that I just felt like I I I couldn't say anything. I was just in this like just in utter like shock, right? By the violence of which that how they reflect what happened to Claudia to what happened to Lestat. And yeah, in the beginning you saw like, you know, when he was explaining what happened to Magnus, make Magnus seem like this um obsessive fan that really was just like in love with him, right? Till we get to really unveil the actual violence that he went through of being abused and being like preyed upon by this guy who was his maker. And that's something that as a vampire he has to live with forever. Like that's not something that is not only just a memory, it's vivid, right? Physically. So yeah, I thought that was just like they did a brilliant job with that. And I feel like it was done respectfully as well. It wasn't distasteful. Like sometimes you watch certain movies and stuff like that and they will try to portray a certain way and it will come off so distasteful for me. But I felt like they did a very good job of like paralleling the scenes, paralleling, you know what I'm saying? The, you know, between the scenes between him and Claudia and their experiences. Yeah, and I just felt like, yeah, even though Louis didn't necessarily get quote unquote the justice, probably what he felt that he thought he was gonna get by killing Bruce. I'm fucking happy he's dead, and I'm glad that that part of the story is kind of wrapped up. Because there's so many stuff and different pieces that, again, like I said, that keep happening these in the series. Is like sometimes you kind of forget about like something that happened or something that's being misplaced, or you know. So, and then again, you know, I keep forgetting like this is the story that's being told from Lestat's version, right? So like from that scene um when Nikki was at the theater and he was talking, I forgot that scene happened previously in the series where um you know, they had it that Lestat was the one that says I love you to Armand, but that's just Armand, that's just their version, right? And it's not actually Lestat version Lestat has does not want anything to do with Armand. And it's interesting that the way how they ended it, that he ended with that I'm an addict. And I kind of feel the same sense of obsession that maybe Magnus had with Lestat, that Armand, or what he's going by right now, is Arand, which is his real name, right? Um, I'm very curious to find out how he ended up where he is right now compared to where he was. I mean, we know what happened, but we don't know how he ended up in the situation he is now. And the fact that he met Alex. Oh, the world is so small, isn't it? Especially when you're a vampire. So yeah, I'm very excited to watch the next episode. So if there's any kind of things that I missed or anything like, guys, you can let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next episode.